just want to make my life miserable because you have this persona in your head, thinking that I'm cheating on everybody. And if I am, I would like to see proof. Because there's nothing. I'm not intimidated by you anymore. I'm not scared by you. There's nothing that you can do to intimidate me. Nothing.
3 times. 4 times. She hit his face. 6 times.
Huh?
She slapped him.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm sick of you always trying to intimidate me.
What's going on with her husband?
I mean, I'm sure you know his side of the story.
And I want to get yours. So
yeah, it's probably true.
Okay.
What he said.
All right, family, listen. We're going to dive into an intense one today. What we're going to watch is an arrest video where a young woman displays ridiculous behavior and gets her just due. And the reason why I do these videos is that they serve as perfect examples of what can happen when you allow toxicity to fester or even an abusive woman into your life. More importantly, what you need to do or how you need to behave to handle that situation, utilizing logic instead of errant, irrational emotion. Because as men, we have to be real with ourselves. One incorrect or wrong move, and you can end up behind bars when it is actually you that is the victim. This is why holding your composure, right? Documenting the activity, right? Providing evidence. We talk about the importance of cameras all day in this day and age. And also practicing restraint is absolutely key in these situations. So we're going to break this down and see exactly how this man handled himself the correct way. Without further ado.
On January 9th, 2023, at approximately 11:05 a.m., a man arrived at a police station in Georgia to report a domestic dispute.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good, how are you? Did you call?
I didn't call anybody, but I talked to her.
Right. What happened?
So, my name is, can I start or?
Yeah.
My name is Nate. I live in, I don't know if you're familiar with that area. So this morning, I have an incident with my wife. I'm in the military, I'm a staff sergeant. And I already talked to the MPs and I talked to my leadership, my first line supervisor, about the incident that happened this morning. And pretty much my wife and I were going through some disagreements right now, and she was hitting me.
Okay.
I know. I'm here because I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm kind of like worried about the consequences. So I don't want to kind of like lose my career or put myself in a position where my career is going to be jeopardized. I already talked to my first sergeant too, and he said that he can put me in a barrack room and all this stuff, which is what I'm trying to avoid. When I talked to the MPs, they told me the same thing. Even if I'm a victim, pretty much the law favor the spouse. In this case, I don't know if you're familiar with that part. Though what I'm hearing is just, we start arguing through the weekend. Result of that, she was at the house. She came home yesterday she's in the reserve, so she came home yesterday from South Carolina. I wasn't talking to her. I cleaned the whole house and just minding my own business. And this morning, I was getting ready to take my kids to daycare on post, and both of them, and I put them all in the car, and I guess she was thinking that we were cool. She was like, we're going to the gym in the afternoon, and I didn't tell her anything, so she kind of like went away inside of the house and closed the garage. So I was just getting ready to leave, and she opened the garage back and started talking to me, arguing, and then she started pushing me and in the face, and then she started gaslighting me. And maybe I was saying things that I was gaslighting her too.
Like what?
Like ignoring her because I wasn't talking to her about. She was asking about. She was like, I got it on video, but I'm not gonna show you until we finally talk. And then I was just.
What do you have on video?
I'm sure, I don't know if you've been through this before or I don't want to mess up her career, or like right now, I said right now she's at work and she think, like I said, she think that I'm bluffing about this, but I was telling her like, I'm not gonna keep sponsoring the behavior that you're doing, which is pretty much right now out of social media. She's been talking to other guys, well, they married to me, and the reason why we went to social work before, and we've been through it, is because while I was deployed, she was cheating on me. So
Okay. All right, hold on. First off, at the point that the police need to get involved with your relationship or your marriage, it's over. What he said there is very interesting, right? She's the cheater and as well as the abusive one, and we'll go over the footage here in a quick second, but he's scared about losing his job through her actions. It fascinates me, the system of irrationality that abuse victims will put their logic through in order to not report what is happening to them, both male and female. But through this lapse of logic, he's protecting her, but she didn't think that he'd be actually going to the cops with the tape. Now, before we play this very next section, understand that due to YouTube community guidelines, I cannot show the explicit violence within it, but there's a heated back and forth. She aggressively shoves him and he eats it. He takes it.
Can you turn it sideways for me so it's bigger? Thank you.
There's a couple.
Okay.
So this is the first one that I kind of was working out.
You can't just make it easy. Why do you have to be so difficult? Why do you have to be so difficult?
You want to make it easy for you.
I'm not. It could be easy for everybody. You just want to make my life miserable because you have this persona in your head, thinking that I'm cheating on everybody. And if I am, I would like to see proof. Because there's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. And that's what's funny.
Damn, look at the way he's looking at her.
I'm not intimidated by you anymore. I'm not scared by you. There's nothing that you can do to intimidate me. Nothing.
3
You think that
times.
you can just ignore
4
me when
times.
I'm
She
trying
hit
to
his
talk to you
face.
about
6 times.
Huh?
She slapped him.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm sick of you always trying to intimidate me. I'm not afraid of you.
He's looking
I'm not
at
afraid
her.
of you.
Woo.
So you kind of into the next relationship.
Pushing, shoving, slapping him while also saying that she's not afraid of him as if he's the abusive one is a supreme level of gaslight. And notice what this liar said. I'm not cheating on you. And if I did, I want to see the proof. Definitely a statement from someone who's innocent. But his behavior throughout the encounter, poised, calm, didn't retaliate, even though he could crush her like a bug. Went straight to the police and finally reported it because he's sick of her lying ass cheating ways. But this is how twisted the system has become, is that he's scared about what's going to happen to him.
She's right.
Who?
My wife.
Oh,
The white car.
So the truck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm sure she can tell that she's texting me and calling me.
Okay.
And she,
Does she know you're here?
yeah, because she's seen my location. Well,
Okay. Stay in here for just a minute, okay?
how nice of her. She drove herself to the police station. Thank you for dropping yourself off.
25. Can I get another unit with me? I've got the other party showing up here at headquarters.
Yo, she tracked him to the police station and drove over here to strong arm him back. That's wild.
25.
The brazenness. Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found way too much personal information, which brought me down this weird rabbit hole of how that could have happened, and found out that there's companies out there called data brokers that will sell your data to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And it's a nasty, disgusting feeling knowing that there's bad actors out there selling my information, selling your information for profit. But that's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep my information off. But they do other things as well, such as bank fraud and identity theft alerts, VPN access. But guys, utilize my link down in the description box down below for a 14-day trial. At least see if you've been compromised. Privacy is king in this day and age, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link, aura.com/MTR, in the description box down below to try 2 weeks free. That's way more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. Go now.
Hello, are you Kelly?
Yes.
Can I talk to you for just a minute? Okay.
By the way, I'll leave a link down in the description if you guys want to see the actual altercation, if you guys want to see the violence.
Hey, I'm Officer Maria.
But keep on rocking with me for the lesson.
What's going on with your husband?
I mean, I'm sure you know his side of the story. It's
And I want to get yours, so...
Yeah, it's probably true.
Okay.
What he said.
What do you think he told me? Like, I'm just trying to get your side, okay?
We've been going through this for 3 years.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
sounds
not,
like it's
it
a rough
hasn't
time.
gone this far. I don't know. I'm
She
sure
got
he told you
scared.
everything. He's really good at building cases against me. He's
Okay.
a very smart man.
Okay, so what, from your perspective, what happened?
He knows how to push me past my limits and manipulate me to the point to where I finally break, and then he does stuff like this.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying, like in general, that this is like an ongoing thing, but what about today? How did he do that today?
Trying to threaten that he's going to have full custody of our children.
Okay.
Not say that exactly, but don't worry about it. I got it. The words that he says, I don't even know how to put it in word for word right now.
Okay.
She just made that
so
up.
You feel like he was provoking you?
Of course, he always does.
Okay, so how did the argument start?
He accuses me of stuff that's not true.
Okay.
And he sees tiny parts of little stories or little stuff that goes on, and then he makes this own story in his mind as if it's true, and it's not. And I don't know how much longer, I can't even plead my case because he will bring up another thing on top of that. Can we talk privately at work?
Yeah, we can step off to the side here. We can't go inside right now. I'm not trying to have you put all your business out there. So he was accusing you of things, right?
Stuff that's not true, and I'm just sick of it.
Yeah. So and then what happened after
you
that?
beat
So
him.
you guys were arguing.
I'm sure you've seen videos and stuff. Can you just
I'm trying to get your perspective because it's not fair for me to only get one side of the story when there are at least two sides to the story.
I don't even know my side. I'm sick of.
Give me those tears.
For so long, a stay-at-home mom, living in his shadow, and I finally just am becoming.
Okay, stay right here for just 1 second, okay? I want to hear what you have to say, but give me 1 minute, okay?
living in his shadow. So I mercilessly put my hands on him. Can you believe this shit? And look at the way she's looking at the police officer after that jump cut. Like, okay, are they coming back yet? Like, here, let me poke my eye a little bit so I can put some more crocodile tears in this shit. But let me try to translate her bullshit for you because she keeps calling him a smart man. And he's a smart man because he knows how you move. He knows that you're going to paint yourself as the victim and how you're going to twist things and just make things up. And that he caught you on tape red-handed. He just makes me feel so angry, and he just threatens me. He said he's going to take the kids away. Well, he didn't exactly say that, but instead of owning up to the behavior, she just continues to dig herself into a deeper hole of bullshit and demonstrates how much of a liar that she is, which is increasing the likelihood that he's the exact cheater that he says that you are. Liars and manipulators like this hate being exposed, so let's enjoy the show.
Okay, so like I said, there are at least two sides to every story, right? And it's not fair for me to only have one person's side, okay? I understand you guys have ongoing issues.
Can you tell me what's going on after this?
I am investigating a domestic violence incident. That's what's going on. Okay? And what's happening right this moment is I'm trying to get your side. Okay?
I don't know. I don't really have a side. There's nowhere I can go. He's trying to kick me out of our house. I cannot leave. There's nowhere for me to go.
Okay. Now he said you have like friends in the area. I'm not kicking you out of your house, just to be clear.
I'm talking
okay?
to the police officer.
Where's my violin?
Mom, I know. I'm talking to the police officer. Can I? He has friends too. We both have friends.
Again, I'm not taking sides.
I know.
But...
I don't have anywhere to go.
Okay.
I have family that live on the West Coast in California and Nevada.
Okay. So you guys are arguing, okay? And is this how it usually goes? You guys argue, and then it escalates?
No, I mean,
Okay.
we'll argue, but we're quick to get over it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I mean, I see your prior service. I'm military as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a reservist. I had my drill weekend. I just graduated the Drill Sergeant Academy in November.
Mm-hmm.
And from day one, I'm sure you know, what were you?
This is actually law enforcement, but
Okay, well,
yeah.
day one, when day zero, I'm sure you've seen shark attacks and
Yeah,
stuff. We had, from day one when I was at the academy, he fought with me. Every day. He doesn't like when I leave because of the history that we have
right.
when I leave for military. So,
And that's got to be super stressful too.
yes. I had my drill weekend this weekend, and I stay on FaceTime with him. I share my location. I answer all his calls and all his text messages in the timely manner that he would like. And I was at the gym, and I wasn't answering them fast enough for him.
When were you not answering?
Saturday.
Fast enough. Okay,
Saturday.
Saturday. Gotcha.
And I'm like, he was at a funeral, so I knew that we weren't going to be really talking on the phone anyways. And he's calling and calling and calling, and I answer, and he hangs up, and he's like, check your text messages, and then hangs up again. And I see I wasn't responding to his text messages and answering his questions, which was, are you off for the day? And I said, yes, I am. Everything okay? What's going on? And he's just like, why aren't you answering my text messages? You're leaving me undelivered. I don't know what reset the phones did, because his phone did the same reset. The red receipts are not on anymore.
Okay.
And like the sound changed for our phones for like ringtones and stuff. For some reason it was a weird reset. Maybe other stuff happened, but those are the two that happened to both of our phones.
Okay.
So I don't know why my red receipts were off. His are off too now. And so he was mad that my red receipts were off. And so I still stayed on FaceTime with him, stayed on video, because he wants me to FaceTime him 24/7 when I'm away from him. And I was on FaceTime with him, but it just still wasn't good enough for him. And so it just started an argument from that day, from that moment, around 4 o'clock.
On Saturday?
On Saturday.
Okay.
Until midnight. He was saying he was going to himself. He had my kids with him. I was gone. And I just, he's loco.
Yeah.
And so we argued that entire night, and I'm just like, you know what, I can't do this. One of my drill sergeant leaders from the academy, we follow each other on social media. He swears that just because we're friends on social media, that I'm him. And it's not the case at all. And I tell him, because he's so crazy, and he reaches out to every single guy that likes a picture on my social media, like, what are you doing? What are your intentions with my wife? Why are you guys friends? Tell me, like, he's crazy.
Yeah.
And so I tell him, if you think that, like, reach out to all these people. At the end of the day, I'm a reservist. That drill sergeant leader is a reservist. He has a lot of connections. Who knows the networking that he and I can do in the future?
Right. So you can't have any male friends.
He doesn't I cannot have male friends. He does not understand that. And so it just, one argument led to another, and I'm just like, I'm done. And then he's telling me he's kicking me out the house and all this stuff. So I know how crazy he can get. He has locked me. He has emptied my bank account. He knows he's taken professional hacking courses. He knows how to hack into anything that I have. I do not have any personal identity outside of him, because he gets into everything. He's a professional hacker in the military. So
just thank goodness for tapes. Oh, thank goodness for tapes, because prior to being able to record these crazy people, right? They'll get out in front of a person of authority, and it's all about how crazy that the man is. It's all about that he does this to me, and they're never right. Like, and if they put tears or fake ass tears on top of that, oh my God, so many men have gotten hemmed up. And what's crazy is that a man getting hemmed up after a false allegation to this, it makes it into the same statistics that we all cite or reference when we talk about men issues and women issues. This gets in there too. Meanwhile, now that we have recordings, we can more appropriately attribute what it is that's going on here. But the more that you listen to her talk, intelligent officers would just allow her to talk, because there's going to be things that she's saying that just doesn't make sense, right? She's trying to pin him as being a stalker, but watch what happens in a little bit here.
one time, he financially tries to paralyze me, like doing this in ways that I cannot overcome from. He over a period of time would ask me my security questions of my phone, like, oh, for example, my name is Niall. They called me that as a kid. What did they call you? And I was like, oh, they called me Gabi. Boom, my security question. What is your childhood nickname? What if my first car was this? What was your first car? I told him, oh, what color was it? Boom, another security. He's so smart.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I'm being tested sometimes or not, because it could be just an unusual conversation.
Right.
So
that makes you super paranoid, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he has tried to kick me out multiple times. He has emptied my bank account, taken my keys, taken my phone, put tracking devices on my car. I hacked into anything of my phone, my work phone, anything, my computers, anything.
So you have no privacy.
I have no privacy. And I just am so angry that he was trying to do that again to me this weekend. And
what specifically was he trying to do this weekend?
Like, he plays mind games, and I'm kind of catching on to how he plays. He will make up a little scenario and play that scenario as if it's a real story, as if something really happened, as if he knows already. Like, oh, I already know you did this, so why don't you just tell me? And it's like it never happened, but because you know of maybe a snippet that I know that person, you know that where that person works, and maybe I've been in the same location as that person, he puts his own story together as if like I already know this happened, but it never happened. But that's how he thinks that he can catch me and other people in lies. And it's just, this morning he was playing mind games with me and with me.
Like, how was he doing that? What was he doing that about?
Telling me he wanted me out of the house by the time I was done with work, that I'm not going to be living there anymore. Pretty much just trying to keep me out of the house. Telling me, like, and I was trying to get the kids ready because we both mutually get them ready, take the kids to school and everything. Yeah. But he wasn't letting me help get them ready. And I was like, okay, well, I made them breakfast. What are we going to do? Like, can I take the kids to school? Like, what is the plan this morning? Because, like, and he's, don't worry about it, I got it. Okay, but, like, I mean, we have an infant. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay.
What a monster this man is.
What's the plan when after work? Are you picking them up? We usually go to the gym every day after work. I said, what's the plan? Like, are you picking them up? Or are we going, don't worry about it, I got it. You're not in the picture anymore. And it's just like, it's the mind games. Like I want to be just as involved, but again, what he accuses me of is what he's doing. I'm trying to play this perfect narrative to everybody else, but he's trying to play the perfect narrative.
Now you get 10 gold MTR stars if you picked up the obvious contradiction in this whole that he's a crazy stalker story that she's currently making up. Did you guys get it? The biggest self-snitch in all of this is, ma'am, how did you know he was at the police station? Could it be that you tracked him there? That's how you know this woman is lying, and she's bobbing and weaving different stories and accusations, and she can't even keep track of all of the messy bullshit that her current life exists in. Now, I'm going to save you guys the next 10 minutes of content because she's just making shit up with fake tears, and I popped the string on my violin over there so I can't play the MTR Concerto of Accountability number 7. So we'll just go to the future a little bit here.
I'm going to live in fear of him.
So you just wanted to show him that you're not scared of him. Okay. And that's why you put your hands on him?
Can you just tell me what's going to happen?
Well, I have to finish investigating what was alleged, okay? And then we'll make that determination. I'm not trying to, like, play mind games with you or dance around things, but at the same time, I'm not going to tell you something that's not going to happen, okay? So hang out right here for just a minute. Let me talk to my partner over here, okay? So what's your plan for going forward in this relationship?
I've been asking for divorce for 2 years, but he got
What stops you from filing?
Money? I've been contacting people all morning. I had a feeling he would do something like this.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't even know the first steps. I mean, I don't have support. I don't have family. I don't have anything.
Okay. I'm going to have you step down here, okay? Put your phone down. Turn around and put your hand behind your back.
Oh, yeah. Here it goes. Oh.
Right now, you're under arrest for simple battery under the Domestic Violence Act.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes,
Put your hands towards each other like you're praying. Yeah.
Based on the evidence, she was arrested and charged with 2 counts of simple battery under the Domestic Violence Act.
Round of applause for the officers in this situation. Hold on, let's take a quick look at those charges. In Georgia, a simple battery conviction is a misdemeanor with penalties of up to 12 months in jail and or a fine of up to $1,000. However, penalty could be more severe, becoming a high and aggravated misdemeanor with up to 12 months and a $5,000 fine if the victim is elderly, pregnant, a police officer, a family member, or if the incident occurs on a school bus or in a long-term care facility. So she was charged 2x for this. Now, the officer asked a very interesting question at the end, which is, well, why haven't you filed for divorce? And the young lady said something about, I don't know, money. When in reality, right, if we extrapolate this out, we understand that 60 to 70% of divorces are initiated by women, right? So I think she's not filing because he has all of the evidence and will not get a dime out of her once he presents in the court the evidence. I mean, it could be slightly a money situation, right? In her case, it might be cheaper to keep him and she can go off and drill her drill sergeant on her free time. Plus, I really think that women that behave this way, right? Like, think about what made her so pissed in that morning. It was his silence. She loathes not being in some type of perpetual emotional up and down state. And when that man exercises stoicism or frame, it drives her absolutely insane, which is even more so why I think that men should be moving with stoicism, with logic, a high degree of frame, and not be reactionary in nature, not be overly emotional in nature. A man that would have retaliated would have lost his damn leveraging arm into the future and probably would have ended up in jail and not her, which is why I continue on telling you guys the importance of keeping your composure, the importance of recording everything. Shit, at this point, I should be sponsored by a damn recording like manufacturer. Because it's so important that we know about these products and understanding that within our lives, because of the way that our current image is as a man, that having some type of recording device inevitably is a form of life insurance. It's to protect yourself, to go on the offensive when you know that she can pull out crocodile tears and make up a story and you can be the one in handcuffs, all right? Ain't no slip-ups over here. An emotional reaction could change your entire life and have the situation flipped against you. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed my comments here today. I always appreciate you guys coming in here, sharing your thoughts, feelings, attitudes, perspectives, or whatever you would have done within this situation, the behavior that you would have had within this situation. Shout out to my sponsor, Aura. Shit. Listen, you want to talk about taking your personal information off of these public websites and looking at a crazy demon woman like this? Let's look at her face real quick. And just remember, you want to talk about a good reason to keep your private information off of these public websites? That's a good reason right there. All right, guys, use my link down below to get yourself a 2-week free trial to at least see if your information has been exposed or compromised. All right. But I love you guys. I appreciate you. Until next time, peace.
So without further ado, MTR, cut through the BS like we in charge. No cap with the rappers like steel bars. I'm packing and rapping like here we are. Mediocre tutorial reviews. Like, comment, share my views. Come up and I paid my dues. Big step in my black way shoes. MTR, he break it down, yeah, it's MTR. Check out the sound when it's MTR. No one put it down like it's MTR.